Good afternoon. So we're going to do a little vlog for the Becoming a Reflective Practitioner module, which we're going to start next week, which is the first week after half term in February. It is a very exciting module, and it's one that is very close to my heart. I believe there's lots of benefits in studying reflective practice and helping you become much more competent in your future career goal. So it's a 3 credit unit, and you've got 2 tasks what you're going to be studying. So you're going to be studying, so you're going to be doing a reflective journal, and you're going to be doing an action plan. Okay, so they're your 2 assessment criteria for the module. So just a few things about reflective practice. So we do like the word I. Okay, so we're not writing third person, so that's one question that always comes up time and time again. Can I use the word I? Yes, you can. We love the word I. We like to explore feelings, we like to talk about theories, we like to look at how you can prove that you're going to change your habit or skill that needs to be worked on, and you're also going to be doing an action plan. Okay, so that's a bit about reflective practice. We love the word I, we like feelings, we like to look at how we can improve ourselves, linking it to from our own life as well as looking at professionally in health and social care. So some of the assessment criteria we're going to be looking at for this module. As you can see, it's quite a short one. So we have reflect, evaluate, learn history, and clearly identify relationships between past experience and present situations. So for this one, we're going to be looking at your access program. Why are you here today? Obviously, you've made a connection from past learning experience and this one. Where you're at college, we've got also respond in detail writing, writing to a series of current learning situations and identify and explain links between events and outcomes. We've also got assess and justify current and future learning approaches. So this is going to be as well as in your journal. And we've got the last one, which is we're going to be doing your action plan. So you're going to be looking at obviously how you can work on your goals, what's the evidence for them. So 4 assessment criteria. The big part I'm going to really stress about what you're going to be really focus on is your journal. Your journal has to be spot on, guys. Okay, so your journal is crucial for this module. So looking at your reflective journal, so as I said earlier on, the first thing you're going to be doing in your journal is you're going to say that the theory I'm going to use when I'm writing my reflective journal is going to be Gibbs. So the first sentence in your journal, you're going to say, throughout this journal, I'm going to be using Gibbs. Okay, so mention a few of the stages in 2 or 3 sentences, and then go straight on to looking at obviously what you're going to write about. Okay, so your journal is going to reflect and evaluate own learning history, identify relationships between past and current situations, and then you're going to be looking at current learning situations. So my question to you is, why are you doing an Access diploma? Why did you choose to come here? Okay, so is it because you left school and went to a shop, like in Asda for example, as a checkout person for 2-3 years, didn't really like the job, so you thought, why not become a nurse? You know, much better career prospects. Is that, you know, why? Is that like, you know, it's an example of obviously looking at linking your past experience to your current one. Is it that you decide that you don't want to work in a tourist information service anymore, that you're not interested in that, so you thought health and social care is much more rewarding profession, much more work and jobs? If that's the case, you know, write that. So tell us why you chose Access Diploma. Make that connection. Also want to look at feelings. Me and Paul are very big in looking at feelings. So how did you feel when you first came into the college? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you not quite sure this is the right profession for you? How do you feel now? Do you feel much more confident now you've studied some modules and you've got your place at uni? You know, so encapsulate that into your journal. Okay, so looking at what happened, why Access Diploma, How did you feel? How will this program help you in the future? So try and bridge the connection about your feelings, why you're here. So obviously, what's the future goals in it for you? So again, it will impact your future because you'll get a good job, you'll have security, good money. You will also hopefully feel much more fulfilled. Your goals will be satisfied. So work in the sector can be quite fulfilling, quite job satisfying. Very rewarding. So tell us a bit about that. So how it impacts your future? Better house, more holidays, those kind of things as well. So we're looking at about 500 words for your top part of your journal. Okay, so and you're linking it to why you're here on the Access programme. Okay, so this is quite personal. The last part of your journal, you're going to be looking at two aspects of current learning, okay, and apply Kolb. So you're going to try, so you can use Kolb or Gibbs. So we are definitely saying Gibbs throughout all of it, but if you want to look at another theory and put that in a bit later, you can do, okay. But what we're trying to say here is that in maths, English, you might say that when you're at school you didn't get the grade you wanted, so you're now redoing your maths. Or you really did well in your maths, but you forgot how to do sums, so you're doing some little one-to-one sessions with Khalid or Zaid, those kind of things. So basically tell us two examples of how you can, where you can use that model, Gibbs or Kolb. Okay, so you want to go through the stages. So if you look here on the screen, you will see that this is what you're going to be studying when looking at Gibbs. So you're going to be very, very familiar with this framework in class. So next week, so you're looking at what happened, what your feelings, your evaluation, analysis, your conclusion. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into detail on this because your whole structure of your journal will encapsulate that. But what we want to make clear is that the very bottom of your journal, we want to see that it's tight and it's very well linked to the theory. Okay, so your top part of your journal is very general. Your last bit is going to be very specific, very tight with your case examples. Okay, so maths, English, really, really good example there which you can put in. Okay, so I hope that makes sense there. So that's your reflective journal. So you will have lots of talk sessions on that, so don't worry. This structure you'll be very familiar with. The sessions. Your last part is your action plan. Okay, so your action plan, you're going to use the template that me and Paul have provided. Hope you can see that. And what you're doing here is you're giving us 4 to 5, I think it's 5, it says in the brief, examples of things that you can say that you can reflect on. Okay, hopefully look at how you can improve it. So it could be your university interview, you didn't get your first place at UCLan, but because you really didn't do your maths very well, or you wasn't prepared for the questions, you thought about it, you reflected on it, and your next one at USC, you was much more confident because you knew what it was going to ask you. You knew how well you had to make sure you knew how to do those different sums for your maths. Okay, so you can talk about that for your first one. Okay, so please try and use the Gibbs again. So have the Gibbs chart in front of you and try to encapsulate that all into this action plan. So it's a bit repetitive and you're probably thinking, well, we're doing that in the journal. Yes, you are, but this one again is looking at what is the issue to be, what is it you need to reflect on, and what's your actions. So bullet point your actions in how you're going to make sure that you're prepared for your next university interview, or if you was volunteering at a health and social care sector, you had a bit of an issue with a client, look at obviously what's your action to be taken. Are you going to make sure that you go to your mentor for supervision? Are you going to make sure that you get your communication book out to look at skills in working with people? Are you going to just study the placement a bit more on the sector and what the institution really offers? Okay, so lots of examples. You can link your communication role play you did in interpersonal communication for this module if you wish. So if you remember you did your one-to-one role plays, you wrote a journal, me and Paul do welcome that in part of this if you wish. That can be one of your bar charts going across there if you want to. Obviously look at your word count, but you can use that because again, it's reflective practice. You did a one-to-one with your peer in your group and you reflected on that and looked at how you can improve that. Okay, so topic to be discussed, give me a little bit of outline of what it is, and then look at bullet points, how that action can be taken. So how you're going to improve your skills in communication, in your interview, or your maths. Okay, so a little bit of a summary just to sum this up. We like the word I in this, so please put it in throughout. Use your GIBs throughout your journal and your action plan, so please make sure it's explicit, it's in there. You look at what stage, talk about what stage you're looking at to make sure that me and Paul know you're using it. You can also use other theories if you wish, which could be Kolb, it could be Misra, it could be Sean if you want it to be. So you can insert that in there. Be very creative. Okay, and please, whatever you do, look at how your skills, how your knowledge, how your values can be improved. So give some examples. Okay, but your sessions next week will be very clear. You will have everything in the back ready to help you assist you with these two tasks. Good luck.